Hi there Virgo, it's Maria from the Tarot Shop here with your January 2025 reading. My goodness, that snuck up on all of us, didn't it? Okay, so if you've been to me before, you know the drill. An oracle card and 6 tarot cards to see if there's a message there for you from the tarot. If it doesn't resonate, please don't try and make it fit. Also check out your moon or your rising. And I say that with absolute sincerity because sometimes we operate more from an emotional part of our character, which is your moon sign, or you're having a time in your life astrologically where you're moving more around your rising, so about your direction in life, what it is, what's in it for you, that sort of thing. Now, quick message about 2025, and I feel this quite psychically. 2024 sucked a bit, to be honest, sucked like lemons. It was awful for an awful lot of you. And that's because we were going through the shadow. So we were working through our shadow self. We've been through quite a lot over the last few years as humanity. And this was about us letting go. It was quite tough for some people. So 2025 is not like that. 2025 is the beginning of a new chapter. It's a significant year astrologically. I can't remember what it is, but I know it's very significant astrologically. And it's about us growing and moving forward and expanding. So it's a wonderful, wonderful time for us, 2025. Positive things will happen if we allow them. Remember that you are always the master of your own destiny. Okay, without further ado, and no more waffling from Maria and throwing cards around purposely. Virgo 2025 January. So Virgo January. Justice. Isn't she beautiful? Absolutely beautiful card. Virgo. It's just a little bit too uncanny that we have 2 justice cards here. So this is about something that has been, that's right, not fair. Okay, let me read the cards for you. This is with regards to something at work. It's your, it's definitely about work. You've got wands, wands. We begin the month. So I gave you a very optimistic message. This is about actually the fact that you've been overdoing it. So I feel, well, I don't feel at all. The cards have said, look, you think that if you want done something, if you want anything done, you have to do it yourself. You've been too busy. You're running around absolutely everywhere. There's lots of phone calls, emails, telephones, communications, meetings, everything. It's just like insane at the beginning of the month. And it's all on your shoulders. So the Queen of Wands says, I have to take care of all of this. But the Justice card is walking in and saying, do you? Do you really need to do it all yourself? So it feels as if you are taking on too much, you know. Then you're followed by the Temperance card. Now, the Temperance card is telling me that you've not got the balance right. You see, we've got balancing there. We've got 2 cups, the scales and the scales. So I know from these cards, this message is saying it's too much one day and it's actually causing you to be mentally exhausted. This card looks absolutely shocking when you look at it and you don't know what it means. But essentially, it's the 10 of Swords. So it says, right, mentally, you've been worrying yourself to such a degree that actually you really don't know how much more you can take worry-wise. The good news is the 10 is it's reached the end of its journey. So the stress and the worry and everything that you have been carrying and burdening through last year, you took on too much. It was all about the stuff you had to do, right? And about you thinking that it's all down to you. For some reason, you feel and have been carrying that burden and responsibility yourself. Now, Justice, the Temperance comes in and says, now is when it begins to release. So it's now time to get the balance right, and it's reached the end of its path. You won't be thinking about this anymore. You won't. January is going to be pivotal for you. It's a turning point, because then you've got the justice to get right. Okay, what's in this for me? You're going to start asking that question, and then you're able to take the blindfolds off. So you have been, bluntly speaking here, sacrificing yourself, almost martyr-like, over everything that needs to be done. And it's because you genuinely probably were in that situation where you did have to do everything, because if it didn't get done, it wasn't done. There's a situation here where it's reached the end of its thing. So January is the turning point where in the middle of the month you're like, I've had enough of this now. This is the point of where we turn, and it's reached its end, because now it's just reached the end of its time. There's no more need to worry about it. So something's going to happen in January that's going to release you from that worry. And that's about justice again. So it's about what's right for you, and actually about taking the blinders and seeing things for what they really are. So you make a decision at the end of the month as a result of this turning point. So in summary, you've been doing too much. It's exhausted you mentally and physically. And then in the middle of the month, there's a line that's going to be drawn in the sand, either through events or through something that you decide, usually through events, where you're able to release that and let go. And then you move forward into this period of positivity, where actually now I'm in charge of my future. I want what's right for me, and I'm going to decide to get it. And you're not going to carry that forward. You've got Queen of Cups here, so you're now stepping into your happiness. What makes me happy? So it's a very pivotal turning point for you, Virgo, for January. Something quite major is going to shift here. You've got major arcana, major arcana. And the justice and the justice coming in together is almost never happens. So this is because it was really, really, really important for you, Virgo. Hang on in there for this last month. This is the turning point. This is when things change for you. Okay, so I hope that you found that helpful. As I said, 2025 will be up the whole year very soon. Make sure you have the notification button on, and that should mean, if YouTube works correctly, that you'll know when it's live. Okay, so that's it. Happy New Year to you, and thank you very much for your time. Bye-bye.